Hey there, this is a message directed to the owner of this kilt who had brought it into me for alteration quite some time ago, because of course during this last year and a half everything's going more slowly. So it's done. His friend is coming by to pick it up because he lives several hours, many hours north of the city. He couldn't manage to make it down, so his friend's picking it up. So I'm making this video so that I may communicate directly with him, because if I tell her, I'm not sure how it'll be passed to him. As my son pointed out, telephone is a risky game, a way to transmit information. So what I've done, again, his figure's matured over the years, so I had to let it out a wee bit, and I was able to do that just with the aprons. Now, at the time, there was a fashion which I ascribed to, of reversing the location of the buckle, the left-hand buckle and strap, in that the buckle was here, there was no buttonhole, and the strap was attached here. It was sort of a trade fashion at the time. I saw it in the work of another kilt maker who impressed me, and I tried it for myself. It has some advantages, but I decided with his agreement that when I did this alteration, I would go to a more conventional assignment, because if not a conventional layout, because frankly, with the buckle on the outside here, I think we get a better fit, and certainly a more secure fit. So what I've done, of course, is, as I said, altered the aprons to fit. I've replaced the internal canvas. Wrong, sorry. The original canvas is still in place because it was in good nick. Opened up a buttonhole with a very strong, very generous buttonhole bar tack above and below. Reconfigured, I was re-sewed the buckle tabs so that as much as possible they match the material that they're lying on. The straps are both in good condition, which is fortunate because I'm having trouble finding absolutely the same leather these days. Using white linen thread because it's sort of my signature these days. Replaced the lining because unfortunately I couldn't, given that we've altered, I couldn't reuse the lining. Now I have added, I'm going to give this another press because it's a wee bit wrinkly. I've put my label here for a couple of reasons. A, because I didn't have labels when I made this kilt for you in 2012, I believe it is. So I put the label on where I usually do, but the label also conceals a knot. And I mentioned this elsewhere in other videos about artisanal woven cloth. There's a knot right here, and it's where the yarn broke or the bobbin ran out, and the weaver, the webster, stopped the loom, tied in a new bobbin, and started again. And it's always these knots are always on the reverse side of the cloth, the inside of the cloth. But when you see the things, it's really difficult to resist picking at them, right? So I put the label on top just to cover it, to put it out of reach of a moment of weakness, because if you cut that off or if you pull it, you're compromising the integrity of the cloth. It's the mechanical integrity, structural integrity of the cloth, all of the above. So there we are. She's going to come by and pick it up in a while. I will also I'll call the gentleman's attention to the links about instructions about how to take care of the kilt. He's taken very good care of it, but he's also this has also had significant wear, and it looks like it's gotten thoroughly wet at least once or twice in its history, which is encouraging to me because it was properly taken care of. There's no sign of mold or anything else being put away wet. I can just tell because the cloth is fullered somewhat. It's coarsened and feels like it's shrunk a tiny bit, which is a result of being thoroughly wetted and such, and also that the fringe is sort of fluffed up, and that I associate with having been thoroughly wetted. But again, that's encouraging because it tells me he's wearing the thing. So there we go. It's good to go. I will leave the basting in place as per my instructions about what to expect when you receive the kilt in the mail. I'll give the inner apron a quick press, but it really doesn't matter because it's the inner apron and nobody ever sees it. So I'm going to roll this up, await the knock on the door. Oh, I should back up. I used, once again, as I've said elsewhere, I've used this cotton flannel lining for a number of reasons. It's My previous lining was a very light worsted cloth, which unfortunately I have no new supply of. But this stuff is good. It wicks particularly well, so you're not as hot across the back. And again, the feel of it means that your shirt stays tucked in, or at least it's less inclined to untuck. So there we are. And again, I wish the gentleman many happy years of wear and enjoyment of his reconstructed and altered kilt. And who knows, I look forward to seeing it again at some point in the future. Cheers.